Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I will show you the finished little paper bag book. So I just tied some sari silk around it, and you guys have seen, oh my goodness, did I really tie it that tight? You've seen the whole cover of it, because we did that together. And here's our little pocket collage, and I decided to just leave this one without anything at the top because I just like the way it fits, you know, really nicely in that pocket, and there's nothing hanging out the top. And so you have seen this. We have our little tuck that we did together with two tags in there, and then here's another little tuck spot with a tag that we did, and a little collage. We're using Rachel's, one of her labels, and this is Denise at one of our crafts, her dictionary definitions, and just one of the butterflies from Denise's paper. I just cut it out. That one's not a pocket or anything. And then here's another little pocket. I think we did that one together, but I stuck some little Tim Holtz, like daisies or sunflowers. I'm not really sure which one those are, but anyway, they're in there. And then there's just that little tag with a butterfly. And then here's a little collage that is no pockets. It's good to have those instead of all pockets. And then this is that little, it's the other one of these little fairies, and I just turned it into a pocket. And then this is out of my purple digi, and I covered the happy birthday with a butterfly again, since it's not for her birthday, it's a thank you. And that's one of Denise's library cards. And then I just made, you know, the little library cards with the hole right here. I used one of those and just covered it with one of the images I printed out of those Memories of a Lifetime books. And this is a little piece of Gail Augustinelli's lace. I just tore it off the top of that to make a little border there. And then our journaling card that we made together. So that's it, all finished and ready to go. So I will get that to my friend as a thank you. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, I got this out of a library book that I had. I got a bunch of books from our library that they were selling for $1 because they were just going to get thrown away. So I bought a bunch of those, and this was in one of them, and this one is going to go in my newest digi that I'm working on. I'll put it in there like this, and then you can just fold it up and decorate it however you want, but at least you'll get all these dates and stuff. I'm going to cover this just because that is the title, and I just don't want to get in any trouble over that. So I will be decorating it a tiny bit up here. I don't want to cover up those numbers because they're kind of fun, so it may just be like a flower or butterfly or something to cover that up, and then you'll be able to fold it over and do what you like with it. But I thought it would be fun to make one today, just as something to play with. I have a million other things I should be doing, but instead I'm playing, so you know, it is what it is. Alright, so all they do is fold up like this. You know, you just have to score it at the folds. So that's all I did. I took my scoreboard and I scored it right. You can totally see because there's like the little flaps, you know, that go around the back of the pocket. So I scored here, and then I scored each little flap. So then it goes like that, and you have all that area to decorate. So I thought those would be kind of fun to like put in a journal or something like that. So if you get my digi, which should be ready Monday, that's what I'm shooting for, then you could even, you know, use the one that's in there and trace it or whatever and make your own however you want. So I've printed out Gail Augustinelli's trim, and let me check really quick because I can't remember which one this is. Let me see if I've got it up here. Vintage embroidery trim, digital download, that's all it says. But I mean, this is the only page there is of that, so that's what you're going to see when you go to her website, and a lot of you may already have that anyways. And I was feeling springy, so I've got a little bunny and a little chick and some doilies that I got from Sarah Roxburgh, who is Rachel at Roxy Creation's sister, which you guys may know as well. But if you don't, her name is Sarah Roxburgh, and she has her own Etsy and her own YouTube channel. Alright, and then I also have a library card that I just inked a little bit with some yellow. So let's see what we can create here. And I may use some other scraps and stuff because my desk is still covered in scraps. I'm kind of a train wreck right now, I'm gonna tell you, because I've been working on journals and the new Digi, and I just have stuff just everywhere. I just need to stop and clean it, which is what I will probably do after I'm done with this video. Alright, so I think I want a bit of this lace right here. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't know what I'll use and what I won't, so it's just gonna be a play, so hang out and craft with me. Which I said I often need to do that after I make journals. I'm just gonna put them on and hang them off, and then I'll trim the edges afterwards. So I'm not gonna worry too much about the exact edge kind of thing. So yeah, just it's that whole decompression thing. And like I said, I'm working on a Digi too, so I just, I have my niece's book started, so I will get working on that here shortly, but I have another journal I need to make too. But sometimes I just need, I need a minute, you know? All of my creative energy has been going into the Digi. I had my whole kitchen torn apart, dyeing papers and doing, I don't even know, yesterday. I like to rip these across this way so you get like a bit of all of them instead of just cutting them out or whatever. Because it makes just really cute like paper like that, I think. And you know, like I just ripped off a little bit of the edging, but I mean, you do the same thing when you use scrapbook paper or whatever, so it's just kind of the way it is. I'm trying to think how I want this. Okay, I'm going to tear this piece off and tear it a little smaller. So I think I want the more perfect edge over here, and then this side I'm going to just kind of do a not perfect edge on. And I know my rulers will do that too, but I just like to do it that way. I'll save that piece because I can use it for something else. So the thing about these is they go together pretty quick because they're, you know, it's just a little surface, not a big surface. But I'm kind of hoping to do a Easter journal if I get that far. Glue, gunky, gunky junk everywhere here. I hope you're all having an awesome day. I haven't got a whole lot done today. I've sort of been moving slowly, I feel like. Last couple of days. I don't know why I get like that every once in a while. It's like sometimes I'm just on it and I'm up and I'm moving and I'm doing, and then other times I'm like a slug. These are so cute. They from Rachel's sister. They're super bright and happy. Yeah, I think I like that one right there. I'm going to ink around it a bit. I got her number 7 one and her number 9. I mean, she's got lots of them, so you can choose like if you wanted whole page type things, or you know, the big doilies, or I actually copied and pasted these into Word so that I could make them whatever size I wanted to. But I mean, you can do however if your printer does whatever. So that's always an option that you can do, is when you get those files, you can put them into Word or other programs. I mean, everybody knows probably more than I do about computer stuff, but I just put them into Word and change the size if they are just a zip file. So you just got to do what works best for you. So it'd be kind of cool on the front here. And that fits just about perfectly, so I think I'm going to go with that on the front. And I'll trim it where it's a little wacky here. That one's not torn, but it's okay because it's going right up against the edge anyway and probably would get cut if it wasn't. I just have a glue book over here, sorry. Not enough room for everything. And I just opened this one and left it open yesterday. I am such a ding-dong, I swear. So it's a little weird sticky like right now. I didn't need that much at all. I could have just folded it over, but it's not a very big piece, and I sometimes worry that it'll won't stay, you know, wrapped around. So, but if you'd like it wrapped around, just wrap it around. There's this little one with the butterflies, cute too. I just love all these, they're adorable. The bunny is too huge, and I did a little chick too, but it's too huge too. I have a daffodil, one of my daffodils. Daffodils would probably work. I'm going to cover up all that embroidery. Maybe if I take it more down like this. I'm ready for spring, man, let me tell you. My, like the leafy part of the little itty bitty daffodils are starting to come up out there. It's crazy. Well, we just haven't really had a whole lot of, I mean, it's been cold, but we haven't had much snow at all this year. It's been really weird. So I'm going to put this one not all the way on. So I'm trying not to totally go nutty with the glue over here. Wish me luck, because I need it. Since I seem to not be able to create a disaster using glue. Sorry, I'm just closing my page there. I'll put those there. Just happen to have those daffodils. That was pretty fortunate. Desk is such a mess, who knows what you could find on here. No. Alright, so I'm going to ink a little bit up here because I just realized that this is not inked. It's sticking out weird. Okay, so there's that part, and now we can do the tag or library card. And I still want to see like some of that. I have this fabric sitting here. This is called Use What's on Your Desk. Use What's on Your Desk Day. Yeah, that would work. I'm going to try to just glue it down. So I'm going to put lots of glue on this and hope that this will work. I'll probably stitch around this too, so it's not like it won't. It's just going to fall off randomly. And this is super thin fabric, so it should work fine. I'm going to hang it off the edge just a little. See all the little fuzzies there and wrinkles kind of get stuck in it. That's not going to work. I need a... My fabric scissors are stuck around the cord of my camera. Sorry, that was probably real fun. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Get it in there just perfectly to be hooked to the cord in between these. Okay. Now I really have fuzzies stuck on there, huh? Alright, I really look like the bunny. I could cut him out a little so he's not just covering everything. Let's just kind of fussy tear him a little. And this is just one I had, I don't know. It's not in a digi or anything. I just ripped his ear. That's the only problem, he's real close to that border there. I need to rip his ears all crazy. Poor guy. We used to have bunny rabbits. I don't know if I've told you guys this story. If I have, I apologize. But one year for Easter, you know, being the brilliant mother that I was, I got baby bunnies for my kids. And it was great. I mean, it was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. But of course, I bought 2 bunnies. So I ended up with, I can't remember what it was. A whole lot of bunnies, I'll just say that. And so I took the male bunny and got him neutered. And then he disappeared. I swear this is the luck that I have. Like, somebody stole our bunny. And because he, you know, he was in our backyard in a hutch. And so that was odd, to say the least. And but those baby bunnies were so cute, and it was so cute because we would let the bunnies out. Like if we were outside, we'd let them run around in the grass and all that, and the female would go get like grass and all kinds of stuff, because when we first moved into the neighborhood that we're in, we didn't have hardly any neighbors. It was mostly just dirt lots, and they would grow up with you know, grass and weeds and all kinds of stuff. And so she would go get that stuff and built a whole nest inside of her hutch. So it was really cool because my kids got to see, you know, all that happen. But it was just one of my dumb moves to get 2 bunnies, not just 1 bunny. And of course I ended up with a male and a female. But anyway, I know I put the yellow on there and then I just covered it up, but I wanted this. But they were so cute, those little teeny tiny bunnies, and they made the cutest noise. And I don't know if any of you have ever had baby bunnies around, but they kind of make a funny little noise. It's kind of like a dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I don't know. It's crazy. They like sort of talk to each other or something like that. But it was adorable, and the kids just loved those bunnies. And we found homes for all of them. And like I said, I got the male neutered. And then he disappeared, so that was that. We did keep one of the babies. And then it broke its back in its cage. Somehow we came home one day and his back was broken, so I had to take him to the vet and have him put to sleep. That was horrible. So yeah, just, you know, all the trials and tribulations of being a parent and the goofy things that you think are a great idea at the time. But the kids did have fun, and it was really cool to watch her build that whole nest and everything, and all of our baby bunnies lived. We didn't have any of them die, which was, I guess, fairly amazing, because I don't know, the vet was amazed that they all survived. So anyway, for whatever reason, I don't know that whole lot about all that, because I didn't grow up with, like, in 4-H or any, we didn't have that. I lived in a super small town and we just didn't have all those things. But anyway, I think I might use the chick instead. But it was cute, those baby bunnies. My kids just loved them. They were really good with them. Super careful, and just, they did a great job taking care of them. And we lost our female. She was 8 years old, I think, when she passed. It was winter time, and we had brought her into the house and stuff because we knew she wasn't doing great. And she passed away, so that was sad. My daughter was so sad because that was her bunny. But yeah, just a something to think about if you have kids this Easter. Don't be a ding-dong like me. I mean, you know, if you want a bunny, you can get a bunny, but get one bunny. Don't get two bunnies. I have glue there and it's bugging me, so I guess I will use the rabbit after all to cover that up. See, that's what I do. Back and forth, back and forth. Can't ever make up my mind. Yeesh. So that's my bunny story. I do love them though. They're super sweet. I love it when they clean their ears. That's the best. If you've ever had a bunny or seen a bunny clean its ears, you'll know what I'm talking about, because that is the most adorable thing in the world when they do that. I love it. Alright, so I kind of want to put something on the back because I don't like it just like that. Probably if I would have coffee stained it or something, I would like it. But it feels like it needs something on the back. We could just do like one of those doilies. This one you could almost put on there because you could still write on it. That would be kind of cool. That would be cute. Yeah, let's do that. Because it's so long and there's all that free space in the middle. Yeah, we used to let them run when we'd go outside all over. They loved it. I love it when they like kick up their little feet and stuff. They're just, it's like they're so happy. But they are, I mean, I'm going to tell you, if you haven't ever had a bunny and you're thinking about it, they're a lot of work. Like, we always had to keep all summer, we kept ice, you know, big bottles of ice frozen to put in their hutches with them. They were in a shaded spot, but, you know, it's still, you know, 90, 100 degrees, whatever. So you put an ice bottle in the hutch with them, and they'll lay right next to it because they don't have a way to, like, cool themselves. They don't sweat. They sort of pant, but it's not enough. So they can get overheated and die really easily. So you got to keep ice with them, and then, of course, in the winter, you got to keep something warm in there and keep their hutches cleaned out, which obviously in the winter isn't the funnest thing in the world to do. I did like box train mine so that they would go to the bathroom in a little box full of sawdust. So that was one definite thing that I would suggest people do, because that helps with the cleanup, obviously. I mean, sometimes they get irritated, like if they're kind of finicky, you know, if things aren't just perfectly the way they want them. They'll pee in their bedding and stuff like that, but usually they'll do a pretty good job as long as you keep everything clean. And the winter was the worst because we would have lots of extra, like, fabric or stuff in the back part of the hutch for her. She had like a separate section that she could go into to sleep in or whatever. And sometimes she would pee in that stuff in the winter time. But usually if you train them, they'll go to the bathroom in their box. So anyway, but it's not an easy thing, and it's not something to take lightly at all, because they for sure can be hard to take care of. It's best if you have like land and stuff like that, and they can sort of run free more. But yeah, anyway. All right, so that is that little pocket. I think that's super fun. It's adorable. Like, I think that would look so cute in a journal. So yeah, those are kind of cool library card holders there. So maybe what I'll do now, because that's kind of all I had planned for today, because like I said, I've just been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm going to do some collaging. So if you are not in the mood to collage with me, you can have a beautiful day. But I'll continue doing this for those of you that are crafting with me and want to hang out longer. Because it is fun. I like doing it. And like I said, I'm hoping to eventually make a journal, Easter journal. But I think for now I'm going to use some of this stuff that I have so that I can make some thank yous and other things to go inside of my packages. So if you've ordered anything from me, you know I usually send like a tag or something along with whatever I send you. So I like to have some of these type of things made. So making these collage pages works awesome because I can just, you know, cut it into tags or pockets or whatever and then send you guys a little something with your order. So that's fun. That is lots of fun. Plus, I just like to collage. It's very relaxing. Somebody asked me what to do with these. I think I might have mentioned this the other day. You can do loads of things with these collage pages. Pockets and tags and journaling cards and just all kinds of stuff for journals. So that's fun. Alright, I just have mountains of stuff, I'm telling you, just sitting here. This is one of Denise's journaling cards, but I think I'll put that down because it's pretty. I might tear around the edges though. But I know that you can also, and you'd have to read up on it, but you know, have bunnies as indoor pets and box train them and all that. The only thing I found, because we did bring them in the house sometimes, the kids like to, you know, watch them hop around, kick their feet and all that, is, and I'd bring the box in and they would pee in there, but their little bowel movements, they just drop wherever, which, I mean, they're easy to clean up, but I don't know that I would particularly want them just out running around my house all the time doing that. So, yeah, that's something to think about. Because they will just let those happen where, I mean, they will go in their box too, but they aren't quite as good about that as they are about the urine. Lovely conversation we're having today, right? Aren't you glad you stopped by? You just never know what you might get talking about on here. Oh, so this is manila paper, drawing paper, and I've been linking it in my description box, and it's 9 by 12 inches. Some people were asking the size, so 9 by 12 is what these collages end up being. But it works great to collage on book page too, or whatever. So, I mean, you can use whatever you want for the background. I even use like magazine pages, or the only thing is then, you know, you have to back them. When I do this, I don't have to back it because it's already got a plain back. But, I mean, you can collage on just about anything, so just have fun with it. And it doesn't have to be precise or perfect or anything, because a lot of things, like, sometimes I get to a spot where I don't know where to put something, and then it ends up being kind of weird, so I'll add things like, you know, the doilies. If there's a spot that looks naked or something, I'll add a doily or a stamp or a, you know, that's just an example. So that works pretty good. I like these funny little typewriter type things too. They're just kind of interesting. Add a different element. And you want different size papers, like I've talked about before. This edge is straight, I just realized. And if the straight edge thing doesn't bother you, then just make them straight edged. You don't have to tear them. That's just the way I like it. I think it makes it a little more organic looking. Something to go along this bottom part. So I've mostly only ever had cats my whole life. Growing up as pets, we didn't have a dog or anything like that. My dad was not, you know, real into lots of pets, but my grandfather had an old barn, and as any of you may know, if you have an old barn, it seems to attract cats. And so he had lots of like stray cats, and so kind of one of the things I would do is go catch them, you know, so that we could give them away as pets or whatever, you know, for them. But my grandpa fed them all and all that kind of thing. So there was always lots of cats around, so I think that's why we had cats. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have even had cats. My dad just really wasn't. He wasn't into the whole pet thing. I think my sister had some hamsters when she was little. But so the rabbits, that was a whole new experience for me. But I read quite a bit about them. I just didn't listen to the warnings about if you buy two, chances are. But I learned that very quickly. Just didn't heed the warnings. Well, you get there, you know, to get one, and they're so stinking cute. You just want to bring them all home. So, yeah. But we took care of them. We did good. We found them homes, and we did all that. Oh, gosh, he's downstairs yowling. I don't know why he does that every once in a while. He doesn't do it very often. He's not much of a talker. But he's talking right now. He's got something to say. We've had some other cats kind of hanging out in our yard at night. They keep coming to the door, and we know that because we have those video camera things. And so I don't know if that's kind of making him act goofy or what, but I feel like I've got a hair in my face. Ugh. Makes me want to shave my head. Some avocado dyed music paper. Love that. See, these are the kind of things I like to just put somewhere afterwards. But I don't know, that one's not done yet, so let's figure out what else we're gonna put on. Yeah. Got this really light purple butterfly of Denise's, or butterfly, dragonfly. What, Pasha? What are you talking about? Are you lost? Did you not know where I was? Ever since I've been home, he thinks that I need to just sit and pet him all day. He's decided that's why I'm home, obviously, duh. So he just wants me to sit and pet him. It's like, I love you, I just can't pet you all day. What are you doing? What? What's the matter? Is you being silly goose? The kitty cat's outside again? You got much to say about it? Is that what's going on? Yeah, it worries me because he did get attacked and we still don't know, like, what happened there because our camera didn't catch any of that. So, yeah, I'm a little worried about him going out. And a lot of times in the summer he wants to go out and then sometimes I can't get him back in and he'll stay out all night, which used to not really be a big deal. I mean, he is a cat, but it's kind of scary because of, you know, there used to not really be anything here, so it didn't matter. But it's bothering me now to let him out because I don't want, he's not exactly, you know, savvy. So then that's an understatement, really. But so he worries me. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'll say. Super cute though. He got all the looks. See, this is like what I'm talking about. But see, I can do something like that. Over that. Yeah, I think I'll do something like that. I need a new glue page. That one's glued. We used to joke, the lady that worked at our vet, she's not there now, but we would call him Fabio because he just was, he's like all looks, you know, not a whole lot of smarts sometimes. He's super cute though. And sweet boy. You okay now that you figured out where I was? Oh, I ripped that too small. That was brilliant. This is from Medieval Mirage. I think I'm just going to take a piece of it. They're like little, I don't know, decorative boxes that you can use for whatever you like. I just don't want that straight edge on there. Take a little bit off of it. And I've had some people that I think collage a lot, and they have different ways of doing it, which is awesome. But this is just the way I do it. It doesn't mean that this is the right way to do it. You could do lots of different variations on the whole collage thing. I don't think that's going to work. Could put a piece of it there though, because I like it. You can't get up here right now, bud. He's thinking about jumping on my table, but it would be like an avalanche, so. I just need to get it straightened out again. I wish I was one of those people that didn't have to make a disaster every time I made something, but I do, so. It's the price you pay, I guess. What can we put on the bottom down there? I'm gonna go a little wide and see if we can get some of that. Sorry, Denise, I've completely annihilated this piece of paper. Super pretty. Probably am not going to get the dragonfly on there, but that's okay. I just really want that border edge, and then I'll just cut off. So I'm going to put the glue on here instead of on there, so that I get every part of it. I got too far that way. That's okay. Okay. Where did I put my little scissors? Sorry, shook the whole camera again. I have all my tools in a like a basket thing, metal basket, that sits on top of the books that hold my camera. And so if I move anything in there, I move the whole camera. Okay. There's that one, and that'll get cut up into goodies. So I hope that was fun for you guys. It was fun hanging out with you and chatting with you, and you got to hear some of my crazy stories. So we will chat again soon. Have an awesome rest of your day, and if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Bye-bye now.